edition of Knights of North Castle VBS. Today, we are going to learn some new songs, a new craft, and we are going to get a new quest from our castle armorer and our ice-breathing dragon, Sparky. I hope you had an awesome time with Session 1. And now, Session 2 will be even more fun. Don't forget to look for your quest word in the star that looks like this. Once you find it, write it in your VBS booklet on your quest page. Now, get ready, Knights, and welcome back to North Castle.
Dear God, thank you for Bible school, and I hope we have fun.
Amen.
North Castle, I'm Armorer Julie. I hope that everyone is ready for another great adventure. Have you seen my friend Sparky?
Here I am. Achoo!
Oh, look, the knights are back, and look how they froze in place when you sneezed. Hey, where were you?
Sorry, I was late. I had cold feet.
What? What are you talking about?
You know, cold feet, nervous, it's a joke.
Oh, Sparky, have you been reading that old joke book again?
Oh, yeah, I figured I better brush up on some jokes about the cold. After all, everything is cool here at North Castle, thanks to me and my sneezing.
Everything certainly is cool up here, including the royal musicians. Let's hear from them right now.
Like hope is gone. Be strong, I will keep on keeping on and be strong in the Lord. Be strong in the Lord, in the
traditions and nights. Now feel free to chill out. Armor Julie, could you check my wing? You know the royal dog, don't you?
Frost? The king's dog? Did he bite your wing?
He sure did. Now I have frostbite. Get it?
Unfortunately, I do. But hey, Sparky, I found another riddle about the great armor. Remember, these riddles are written in ancient dragon language.
And I am the only one here who can interpret. Let me see what you have.
Okay, so I put another piece of paper in the king's book. What do you think?
This one says, if the breastplate of justice is what you seek, look for 5 pebbles in a creek.
So, the breastplate of justice must be another piece of the great armor. So to find it, we have to look for 5 pebbles in a creek?
Well, around here, it would be 5 pebbles in our frozen moat.
I think the riddle is trying to tell us where to look in the king's book. Well, you know what? Looking through here, I see where people gathered 12 rocks after they crossed a river, but I don't think that would be it.
There was a boy who had 5 loaves of bread. I've eaten some bread that was just about as hard as a rock.
Wait, I've got it. There's a story in 1 Samuel 17, verses 1 through 50, about a boy and 5 stones. Maybe that's it. Let's take a look inside the king's book and see if the royal players can help us find out.
The Israelite and Philistine armies were preparing for a fight, so they set up camp on opposite sides of each other. The Philistines were on one side, and the Israelites were on the other. One of the Philistines was a giant. His name was Goliath, and he was more than 9 feet tall. Every day, Goliath told the Israelites that he was the champion, and no one could beat him. The Israelites were scared. One day, David was taking food to his brothers who were in the Israelite army. When David arrived at the camp, he heard Goliath bullying the Israelites. David stood before Saul and said he would go and fight Goliath. But Saul didn't want David to fight because Saul thought David was just a boy. But David knew that with the Lord on his side, he could defeat Goliath. So Saul gave David his armor. But it was too big.
I can't move.
David took off the armor. Then he grabbed 5 stones and went out to face Goliath. When Goliath saw David, he made fun of him, saying,
"Am I some sort of dog that you come at me with sticks?"
David slung one of the rocks and hit Goliath on the head, and Goliath was defeated. When the Philistines saw that Goliath was dead, they ran, and the Israelites chased after them.
Hi, Knights. I'm Martha. That was an incredible Bible story. In today's story, we had a bully, Goliath. We had the one being bullied, the Israelites. And we had someone to stand up for the bully. And that was David. But David wasn't alone at all. God was with him, showing him the best way to handle the situation. God didn't stand against Goliath so much as he stood with David. It's about what you stand for and who you stand with. So remember, when you see injustice in the world, like someone being bullied or treated unfairly, remember that when we stand for justice, God stands with us.
Wow, that was one epic battle, and that story answered our riddle about the pebbles in the creek. Sparky? Sparky? Sparky!
Is it over? Was the giant defeated?
Yes, where did you go? Were you afraid of Goliath?
Of course.
Well, so were the Israelites. I bet David would be a big fan of our banner verse. Remember, it's from Ephesians 6,
and in the strength of his power.
Now it's time for our castle call out for today.
Hi, Knights! It's time to learn your next castle call out. Today, our castle call out is Armor Up with Justice. Remember to put your fist on your shoulders like you're putting on a safety harness when you say Armor Up. Now, do this motion when you say with justice. Let's put all of that together. Armor up with justice.
Hey, Knights of North Castle! We're back for another time's craft. Miss Paige and Miss Stacy, we're going to show you how to make your banner verse craft. So you'll need to get out your little pack that has all of your banner verse stuff in it. Open it, separate it, and lay everything out. You will notice on your banner verse that it has little shape cutouts. These are where we'll be sticking our banner verse words. So the first one, you need to find the word be. Look for that shape and you stick it on your little banner verse. And we'll do that for all of them. And we'll do the word Lord. And then we have to do the H for the word His. So our banner verse is, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of His power. Ephesians 6:10. Once you get all those done, you will take the silver cross and put it at the very top of your banner. And then you have to take your purple ribbon and you take your little top cover for your ribbon and pills and sticks and you just stick it on the back of it. Or if you would like, you can have an adult help you and pull your ribbon through and tie knots, but I think this may be easier. And then we need to do the bottom part of our scroll too. Press hard to get it to stay. The little grooves at the bottom face up or face the top. Like that. And then you take the gold scroll holders and place them up here on the top of your scroll. And so once you finish, this is what your banner verse should look like. See you next time.
David went into battle against Goliath with the king's armor, a sandwich and an apple, a sling and 5 small stones, his best friend. A sling and 5 small stones. To become a knight, one would first become a page, and then a whole book, squire, police officer, baker. A squire. Our banner verse states, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power, army, horses, iceberg. Power. Thanks for playing!
So at Vacation Bible School, we always like to pray for Salkehatchie. That's a mission that's very important to us. And at your 90, you will have a chance to bring your offering to Salkehatchie. And today, we have a Salkehatchie hero to talk to you. Her name is Rihanna. Hi.
Hi, Rihanna.
Hey. So Rihanna, what do you love about Salkehatchie?
Let's see. I love two things about Salkehatchie. First, I love to learn how to build houses and help refurbish houses and everything. And second, I love to serve God and to show people how much God loves them by helping their houses.
Thank you, Rihanna, for being a Salkehatchie hero.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Rihanna.
When temptation's big and my faith seems small, I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my defender. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. Giants in the land, my God is greater than the giants in the land, so I won't be afraid of all the giants in the land. Clothed in the armor of God, I'll stand against the giants in the land. Oh, 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 giants in the land. Oh, oh, oh. Though I walk through valleys, I will not fear. When I remember to surrender to the one who's able to deliver me, my shield and my defender. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. They may look big, they may look tall, but the bigger they come, the harder they fall. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. Giants in the land, my God is greater than the giants in the land, so I won't be afraid of all the giants in the land. Clothed in the armor of God, I'll stand against the giants in the land. My God is greater than the giants in the land, so I won't be afraid of all the giants in the land. Clothed in the armor of God, I'll stand against the giants in the land. Oh, 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 giants in the land. The bigger they come, the harder they fall.
Excellent singing, Brave Knight. But I haven't asked, how did you do on your quest?
Did you find the breastplate of justice? Or did you find the breastplate of just ice? Get it? Just ice?
Yeah, Sparky, I think we've got it.
Just ice. It's funny because it sounds like justice, and there's a lot of ice here.
Well, thank you, Sparky. But we're talking about the breastplate of justice.
What is a breastplate anyway? What's justice? Are these things Roman soldiers had?
Great question, Sparky. Yes, these are all metaphors, things that are familiar that help us understand something that's unfamiliar. Paul, the writer of Ephesians, used a breastplate as a metaphor. Remember, there were a lot of Roman soldiers around, and people would have understood what he was saying. The breastplate was the main part of a Roman soldier's armor. It would protect important parts of the body, like the heart and the lungs. And when we talk about justice, we might mean someone either getting a reward or a punishment for something that they've done.
So when David defeated Goliath, that was justice?
Well, yes, because God rewarded David for trusting in God. God decides what justice is because God is perfect. God is just, so God can bring justice.
Last time we found the belt of truth, and this time we found the breastplate of justice. Those sound like two different things.
Actually, justice and truth go together, just like the belt and the breastplate go together in a soldier's armor. A soldier would need to put his belt on first, and then his breastplate, just like we need to know the truth before we can know about justice.
This is really exciting.
It sure is. Great job, Knights. This story about David reminds us that God can bring justice. David knew that the Lord, the God of Israel, was with him, and that truth gave him the courage to stand up to the giant. David knew that God would bring justice between Goliath and the Philistine army and the Israelites.
And God brought the Israelites victory even though they had to face Goliath?
Exactly. So, let's say our castle call out together. Are you ready? Armor up with justice.
Say it with us, Knights. Armor up with justice. Great.
And let's not forget our banner verse. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power.
Hey Goliath, you look pretty big. Me, on the other hand, I'm just a little kid. So what? I may not be strong as you. There is something about me you don't know. Here's the truth, see? You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath, if only you knew. You think you're fighting me, but you're really fighting too. The battle's not mine, it belongs to the Lord. Greater is the one who's in me than any in the world. So you stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath, go ahead and laugh. I got a couple pebbles hidden in this bag. When I raise my arm, when I start to swing, I'ma knock you out with just a rock and a sling, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the name of the Lord, yeah. You stand before me with your shield and sword, but I stand before you in the power of the Lord, yeah. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath. Stand before me with your shield and sword. Hey Goliath. Hey Goliath. Before me with your shield and hey Goliath. Hey Goliath.
We hope you had so much fun today at North Castle. Remember, be strong in the Lord and the strength of his power. Did you find your quest word today? Don't forget to write it in your VBS booklet on your quest page. I'll see you next time, Knight, as we go on another quest.
Thank you, God, for this day. I love how we're all together. And I love VBS. And and thankful for everyone who joined us. Amen.